My name is Ben. Last spring, I booked a solo trip to Vermont to finish writing my thesis. I wanted quiet. I got quiet. But I also found something in that house that made me never want to travel again. The host, a guy named Elias, messaged me the code to the smart lock. He said he wouldn't be there, which was fine by me. I let myself in around 4 p.m. The place was incredible. High ceilings, rustic decor, and a massive master bedroom with a wall-sized mirror facing the bed. That mirror. It was the centerpiece of the room. It was antique, framed in heavy oak, covering almost the entire wall opposite the bed. Everything seemed normal until the first night. I was lying in bed around 11:30 p.m. scrolling on my phone. The house was dead silent. Then I heard a creak. It came from the wall with the mirror. I ignored it. Old houses settle, wood expands and contracts. I rolled over and went to sleep. But I woke up at 3 a.m. I had this overwhelming feeling of being watched. You know that prickle on the back of your neck? It woke me out of a dead sleep. The room was pitch black, except for the moonlight hitting the mirror. I stared at my reflection in the dark glass. For a second, just a split second, I thought I saw a faint red light blink from deep within the glass, like a recording light. I sat up and turned on the bedside lamp. The red light was gone. I told myself I was paranoid. Too many horror movies. The next day, it rained. I stayed inside. I was sitting at the desk in the bedroom, working. I kept looking at the mirror. Something about it felt wrong. It was too thick. It sat too far off the wall. I remembered a trick I saw on TikTok about checking mirrors in hotels, the fingernail test. I walked up to the glass. I placed the tip of my fingernail against the surface. If it's a normal mirror, there should be a small gap between your finger and the reflection, but there was no gap. My finger touched its reflection directly. It was a two-way mirror. My stomach dropped into my shoes. If this was a two-way mirror, that meant there was a room on the other side, a viewing room. I immediately started looking for a way behind the wall. I went out into the hallway. The wall behind the bedroom should have been the exterior of the house, but when I went outside to check, the dimensions didn't match up. The house was longer on the outside than it was on the inside. There was a dead space about 4 feet wide between the bedroom wall and the exterior siding. I ran back inside. I checked the hallway closet next to the bedroom. It was filled with linens, but the back wall of the closet sounded hollow when I knocked on it. I pushed the towels aside. I saw a seam in the wood paneling, a hidden door. I should have left right then. I should have run to my car, but I was angry. I was violated. I grabbed a heavy flashlight from my bag and pried the panel open with my car keys. It popped open with a groan. A rush of stale, cold air hit me. It smelled like sweat and electronics. I shone the flashlight into the darkness. It was a narrow corridor, maybe 3 feet wide, running the length of the bedroom. And right in the middle, facing the back of the mirror, was a chair. A simple wooden chair. And on a small table next to the chair was a laptop, an empty coffee cup, and a notepad. I stepped into the space. The floor was covered in carpet to muffle footsteps. That explained why I hadn't heard anyone walking. I walked up to the chair and looked through the glass. I could see my bedroom perfectly. I could see my unmade bed. I could see my laptop on the desk. It was crystal clear. Then I looked at the laptop sitting on the table in the hidden room. The screen was asleep. I touched the trackpad. The screen lit up. It was a live stream, but it wasn't just recording to the hard drive. It was broadcasting to a website, and the viewer count in the corner said 14 watching. I felt sick. I grabbed the laptop to close it, to smash it, anything. But then a message popped up in the chat window on the screen. User admin, get out of there, Ben. I froze. They could see me, not just through the mirror. There must be a camera inside this hidden room, too. Then I heard it. The sound of the front door of the cabin downstairs unlocking.
Elias, the host, he wasn't away. He was nearby, watching the stream, and he saw me find the room. I dropped the flashlight. I squeezed back out through the closet, sprinted through the hallway, and grabbed my car keys. I heard heavy footsteps running up the stairs. I didn't bother packing. I ran out the back sliding door, jumped off the deck, and sprinted to my car in the driveway. As I was fumbling to unlock the car door, the front door of the house burst open. A man stood there. He was holding a tire iron. I dove into the driver's seat and locked the doors just as he swung the iron. He dented the door, but the glass held. I reversed down the driveway doing 40, gravel flying everywhere. I drove straight to the police station in the nearest town. When the police got to the cabin, the man was gone. The laptop was gone. The hidden room had been wiped clean. No chair, no table. But they found one thing he forgot in his panic: the notepad. The police showed it to me. It was a log. It had dates and times and comments. Guest 1 sleeps on back, snores. Guest 2 wakes up at 4 a.m. Guest 3, Ben, suspicious, keeps looking at the mirror. He had been documenting every single person who stayed there for years. The police put out a warrant for the owner, but the name Elias was fake. The house was rented under a shell company. The man is a ghost. I checked the listing a few weeks later. It had been taken down. But sometimes when I'm browsing Airbnb for a vacation, I see a photo of a bedroom that looks familiar, a room with a big, beautiful antique mirror facing the bed. And I wonder if he just moved to a new house, waiting for the next guest to book a quiet weekend away.